I remember it was 6:30 in the morning. I was getting ready to go for work. I would check my email, and I received this email. It was from PayPal, and it actually said, "Notification of payment received." And I couldn't believe my eyes. I opened up my email. I was so excited. I was still staying with my mom. I went over to my mom's room. I said, "Mom, come wake up." 6:30 a.m., right? And I said, "Mom, take a look at this email." And she was really groggy. I was like, "June, what is this?" I said, "Mom, I just made my first sale online." So she took a closer look, and she says, "June, it says here you made $7. I said, "Yeah, that's my first sale." She said, "It took you 9 months to make $7? I'm going to go back to sleep." Right? So she went back to sleep. It was no big deal for her. But here's the thing. Even though it was not a life-changing amount, it was a life-changing moment for me. Because I knew that if I could make this happen once, all I need to do then is do it again and again and again and again and again and again and again. And that's exactly what I did. Leaving for Kyrgyzstan. So it's going to be a 3.5-hour ride. So I've got all these different crazy things in life that I want to do that my mom will not approve. And climbing Kilimanjaro is one of them. And I want to do it next year by July. So that's a declaration. Right?
So why is it important for you to do it?
Because it's there. So halfway there to Bishkek. Beautiful scenery on this side. But over here, it's like a scene from zombie apocalypse. So this is the not so glamorous part of speaking and traveling that normally people do not see. So we are at a rest stop here on the way to Bishkek, and let me just show you a couple of things. And I always thought the public restrooms in Malaysia was bad. I'm never complaining ever again. By the end of this session, I'm going to be showing you a couple of things. Number one, I'm going to be sharing with you how to use the internet to get into red hot markets where people are literally waiting in line to give you money for helping them. My team has enabled me to grow my digital business into one of the fastest growing businesses in my region. Always make it worthwhile for people to work with you. Please write down, happiness is the new productivity. That's the direction that we are working towards. So we are at the borders of Kazakhstan, about to enter Bishkek, and because we are entering by ground, we have to actually physically walk across. So there's all these porters hustling us to carry the bag. What people see on a surface level of what I do today is me traveling around the world, running my business, and going to more than 20 countries, conducting all these different talks. But here's the thing, what people don't see is that it was more like this. You see, I was brought up in a very traditional, conservative Asian upbringing. And that's me, right? In the trunk of my dad's car. And I was told as a kid, in order to succeed in life, it is all about studying hard, getting good grades, so that could get me to a good university, so that eventually gets me a good job, eventually to save more money, to spend less money, to work in a big company. So this is Bishkek. So our first official meal here in Kyrgyzstan, where we are out in the open and they are cooking the meals on stone, right? And it's a barbecue and we're going to be eating it in old school style. The membership site are good for fitness. A lot of computer games have these type of communities.
What kind of games?
A really big one right now is called World of Warcraft. And it's really not that hard to get it all set up because the focus is really not on the content, but rather on the community.
Figure out how you're going to share that. 30 seconds. It's like 30 seconds.
The online world, the internet, if your business isn't online, you're going to be vanished. Your business is going to be it's not going to be a lot of experience. So my name is Peng Jun, and over the last 9 years, I've had the privilege of running my online business while traveling the world, teaching people in more than 20 countries to do this one main thing: how you can take what you know right now, your knowledge, your life experience, package, position it, and market a monetizable product on the internet and build your very own business really, really quickly.
When I started off and I was his age, I had these cell phones, date phones, and all that stuff. Couldn't do this. That's what's going to teach you is how to sell to the world through this, rather than handling problems.
And here's the thing, the internet, that's the future. I mean, it's right here. It's probably the most powerful tool. This is the reason why I can travel the world. And even though this entire year I stepped into my office less than 20 days for the entire year, my businesses still can run without me. Why? Because I'm constantly asking, how can I remove myself from my business? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Peng Jun. I believe that my work here is done. Yours has just begun. Thank you very much, Kyrgyzstan. Thank you.
Michelle and Veron, the two women who have made this entire thing happen, and a huge success.
Tell me, how do you like Kyrgyzstan?
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, you smashed it. Yeah, you smashed it. Yeah, good job. Brilliant.
At the end of the day, strategy is not everyone will be open to it and agreeable with it. Whilst its mindset, it's a much bigger audience, much bigger. My languaging, I do not have any terminology, any geek talk in that thing, because they don't understand the lingo and the terminology. Here's the thing, when it comes to success, many times people tend to look at what happens on the surface level. It's like an iceberg. What people don't see is all of the other things that goes on behind the scenes. And that's what success is. People tend to see someone who's already successful as an overnight success. But I'm here to tell you that being an overnight success requires a lot of late nights. Work that people will not appreciate, work that people will not see for an extended period of time. The question is, are you willing to do what is uncomfortable for you today so that you can have the life that you've always dreamed of tomorrow? I am with this lady who really, really inspired me in this entire journey of speaking, who has brought me to more than 20 countries around the world, who believed in me more than I believed in myself, who saw the power and potential. And I am so grateful. I treat her like my mother. I really, really do, because you do not have many, many people like this in life.
Similarly, I want to say, Peng Jun is really one of his kind. And if you have any opportunity to learn from him, hear him, or use his online material, you have to get on board.
So like Peng is part of our team.
So I do get this question a lot everywhere I go, and that's, how do I reach more people? And a lot of times, very common, people tend to think, how can I reach people in my region, people in my city? And I always get my students to think much bigger, to target the people, not just in this country, not just in this continent, but around the world.
Hey,
Thank you for everything.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody loved you, and I just want to tell you, such a big moment for me, because I don't remember when you met my dad, and my dad has a PhD. My dad he worked on a farm. He truly believes that success is all about hard work. And I remember when he bought me the book, I was 15 years old, but I didn't read it until 5 years later. And when I read it, everything changed for me. So it's just amazing.
Glad you keep up the good work. Keep teaching. Doing a great job.
So I get to go home for a couple of days, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing behind the scenes of how it's like going to a totally different country, a totally foreign country for the very first time, dealing with teams, organizers, different languages, different cultures, very, very exotic locations, and just doing things that's out of the ordinary and things that's out of my comfort zone. So I like to remind you to be able to look at life and to do things that's uncomfort to you, because life begins at the end of your comfort zone. So we are now in Bishkek, where I think all flights are grounded, airports are closed, so it's just at a standstill. We're 2 kilometers away. I've got no way to communicate with the driver.
Oh, English.
This English?
English.
Oh, I see. Okay. So we'll be open in 1 hour.
Oh, yes.
Da. Okay. Yes.
Someone called the airport. What a joke. There are any problems arose in progress. Check standard as it.
Our flight's been delayed by 90 minutes. And here we are at the lounge, waiting for updates on what will happen.